English with EduWorld.
Learn English. Connect with world.
Hey everyone, welcome back to English with EduWorld. I'm Anna, and I'm really happy you're here with us today because we're talking about something that can completely change the way you sound when you speak English. We're diving into the real secret behind natural pronunciation and speak naturally.
And I'm Kenny. If your goal is to sound clear, smooth, and confident when you speak English, not perfect, just natural, then you're in the right place. Make sure to subscribe and stay with us because today we're giving you something you can use immediately in real life.
I'm all ears, Anna. Give us the real-life scenarios.
Case Study 1. When someone asks you a question, imagine you are at the office and your boss says, "Is the report ready?" You answer, "Yes." To you, it's a fact, but to an American boss, that one word "yes" sounds like you are annoyed or hiding something. A native speaker would say, "You bet, it's right on your desk," or "I'm on it, should be done in 10 minutes." Those extra few words add warmth and reliability to your professional image.
Wow, I always thought yes was professional. I didn't realize I sounded like I was giving my boss an attitude.
Case Study 2. When someone gives you information, imagine a friend tells you, "I finally booked my flight to Japan." You respond, "Okay." Kenny, how would you feel if you were that friend?
I'd feel like you didn't care at all. Japan is a huge trip.
Exactly. In American culture, information is an invitation to share an emotion. Instead of a flat, "okay," a native speaker would use active listening phrases like, "That's awesome, I'm so happy for you," or "No way, you've been planning that for ages." "Okay" kills the joy, but these phrases build the bridge.
So, okay is basically a conversation killer in that context. What's the third one?
Case Study 3. When someone suggests something, imagine a coworker says, "Hey, we should grab a coffee after this meeting." You say, "Okay." Again, it sounds like you are just agreeing because you have to. It lacks energy. A native speaker would say, "Sounds like a plan," or "I'd love to. I really need a break."
It's like the difference between a robot and a human heart. Okay is just a button you press, but sounds like a plan is an open hand.
Precisely, Kenny. These case studies show that English isn't just about exchanging data, it's about exchanging energy. When you use yes and okay exclusively, you are unintentionally closing the door on your relationships.
Now I see it. It's not that my English is bad, it's that my social tools are outdated.
And that is exactly what we are going to fix today. Once we realize we sound like robots, we have to ask ourselves, why? Let's talk about the real problem, Kenny. Most English learners are not actually speaking English, they're translating directly from their own language.
That is exactly what I do, Anna. In my head, I think of the answer in my native language first, and yes or okay is the easiest, most polite way to translate it.
And that is the trap. In many languages, saying a simple yes or okay is polite enough. It shows respect. But English doesn't work that way. In American English, responses are not just words, they are emotional signals. They're like a lighthouse in the dark.
A lighthouse? What do you mean?
Your response should send a signal of interest, agreement, understanding, or attitude. When you only say yes or okay, you give almost no signal at all. You leave the other person in the dark, wondering what you are actually thinking.
So when I say okay, I'm basically turning off my lighthouse.
Exactly. Let's look at a simple situation. Someone says, "We'll start the meeting at 9 a.m." You say, "Okay." Grammatically, it is perfect, but socially, it is empty. It doesn't show that you've noted the time or that you're prepared. A native speaker is looking for a signal like, "Got it, see you then," or "Sounds good, I'll be there."
What about yes? I use that all the time when people tell me things.
That is another invisible brick in the wall. Imagine someone says, "I'll send you the details later." You say, yes. To a native speaker, this sounds strange. Not wrong, just unnatural. Why? Because yes is usually used to answer direct questions, not to respond to information. It creates a sudden, awkward stop in the flow.
I've noticed that. Sometimes when I say yes, the other person just stares at me for a second before walking away.
That is the silence gap, Kenny. Native speakers are polite. They won't correct you. They won't tell you that you sound stiff. But inside, they feel a distance. They feel like the conversation doesn't flow. And over time, you will notice a painful pattern. Your conversations stay very short. People don't continue the topic. And small talk always feels awkward.
And then I start to think my English is bad, so I speak even less. It's a circle of fear.
Precisely. You say to yourself, I understand English, but I don't feel confident speaking. But the truth is, you're just missing the small responses that make conversations feel human. You are building a wall of okays and yeses that keeps everyone on the outside.
I'm tired of being on the outside, Anna. I want to knock this wall down.
Then we need to find a place where it's safe to stop being perfect and start being natural. We need to find the sanctuary.
I'm ready. If yes and okay are the bricks of the wall, what are the tools to break it?
Now, instead of just talking about the theory, let's look at how adding a little emotional signal can completely change your world in 3 of the most common places: the bank, the supermarket, and right at your neighbor's front door. Scenario 1. At the bank. When the bank employee explains the new regulations.
Bank teller. Because of the new policy, your international transfer will take 3 business days to process.
Say as a robot, okay, making the staff feel like you're annoyed or don't fully understand.
Say as an EduWorld version, got it, that makes sense. I'll make sure to let my family know. Thanks for the heads up.
See the difference? By saying, that makes sense, you show understanding, and thanks for the heads up shows a positive attitude. They're not just a customer, you're a person they want to help. Scenario 2. At the supermarket. When the cashier suggests a promotional discount program.
Cashier. If you buy 1 more carton of milk, you'll get the second one for half price today.
Say as a robot, yes. It sounds like you're being forced to buy.
Say as an EduWorld version, oh, that's a great deal. I'll go grab another one real quick. Thanks for telling me.
Here, that's a great deal shows agreement with their suggestion and interest in the offer. It turns a boring transaction into a friendly moment. Scenario 3. With a neighbor. When your neighbor complains about the weather or shares some news.
Neighbor, I heard it's going to rain all weekend. There goes my plan for a backyard barbecue.
Say as a robot, okay. It sounds extremely cold, as if you want them to stop talking.
Say as an EduWorld version, oh, what a bummer. I was looking forward to some sun too. Hopefully the weather changes.
By saying, what a bummer, you are showing empathy. You are in the same boat with them. This is how neighbors become friends, Kenny.
Wow, Anna, I used to think okay was safe, but in these stories, okay actually felt like I was closing a door in their faces.
Exactly. When you replace those flat responses with signals of interest and attitude, you are not just speaking American English, you are building a bridge. You are telling the world, I am here and I am listening.
I'm ready to stop being a robot and start being a neighbor, a customer, and a friend.
We will find those tools in the next stage, but first, let's see if our friends in the audience feel the same way. Question: have you ever felt that people stop talking to you quickly after you say okay or yes? Please comment flow if you want to learn how to keep the conversation moving, or stop if you often feel stuck in these short answers. Kenny, before we continue and dive into the Mastery Vault, I want you and everyone watching to do something very simple. As you watch this video, don't think like a student, think like a person.
That's hard, Anna. My brain is so used to looking for grammar rules and test scores.
I know, but English is a living thing. I want you to imagine these conversations are happening to you right now, in your daily life. Imagine you are at work, chilling with friends, in a fast-paced online meeting, or meeting someone new for the first time.
So I should put myself in the scene?
Exactly. Let's look at how American English breathes life into these moments. At work, your boss says, "I'll need that file by 5 p.m." Instead of a robotic, "okay," you say, "You got it. I'll have it sent over." It shows reliability. With friends, a friend says, "Let's try that new pizza place tonight." Instead of "yes," you say, "I'm down. I've heard great things about it." It shows excitement. Online meeting, a colleague says, "Can everyone see my screen?" Instead of a flat yes, you say, "Loud and clear," or "Yep, it's coming through now." It shows active presence. Meeting someone new, they say, "It was so nice meeting you." Instead of a short "okay," you say, "Likewise, hope to see you around soon." It shows warmth.
Wow, once I hear these, they sound so much more human.
That's the magic, Kenny. Once you start noticing these responses, you will start seeing them everywhere, in movies, in podcasts, and on the streets. And after that, trust me, you won't want to go back to just saying yes or okay ever again. You're not a student anymore. You're a connector.
I feel like I'm finally waking up to the real world of English.
Kenny, here's something very important that I always tell my students here at English with EduWorld. In daily English, people don't focus on grammar first. They focus on flow.
That's a huge relief, Anna. But it's hard to remember when I'm nervous.
I remember a student who came to us last month. He was so brilliant, a top engineer, but in meetings he would only say yes or okay. He told me, "Anna, I'm afraid if I say more, I'll make a mistake." I told him what I'm telling you now. People care about 3 things. Does this feel natural? Does this feel friendly? Does this feel real?
So he was so worried about being correct that he forgot to be human.
Exactly. That's why at EduWorld, we don't teach English as a boring school subject. We focus on how English actually sounds in conversations. Short, simple, natural. Sounding confident doesn't mean saying more or using complex sentences. It means saying the right thing at the right moment.
Like using a small "got it" instead of a long "I have understood what you just said."
Precisely. That tiny shift changes everything. It's the bridge that connects your heart to the world. Our mission is learn English, connect with world. And now that we have our anchor set, let's look at what native speakers really say instead of yes and okay.
I'm ready to see the real tools, Anna. Let's open the vault.
Kenny, are you ready? We are about to unlock the first section of the vault. This is the most common situation you face every single day when someone gives you information.
I'm more than ready, Anna. This is where I usually fail. Someone tells me something, I say, okay, and then the conversation just dies. It feels so cold.
That's because okay is a full stop. It's a wall. To speak real American English, you need a bridge. You need to show that you are not just hearing the words, but you are processing the meaning. Let's look at the 4 golden keys to replace okay. Key 1, got it. The professional confirm. This is the ultimate "I understand and I'm on it" phrase. It's sharp, efficient, and very American. At work. The deadline. Colleague, "Hey, the client moved the meeting to 2 p.m. instead of 4. The robot, "Okay. Sounds like you might forget." The connector, "Got it. I'll update the calendar right now. Thanks." Online meeting. The screen share. Host, "Can everyone see the slide deck on the screen?" The robot, "Yes." The connector, "Got it. It's coming through loud and clear." Key 2. That makes sense. The logical empathy. We use this when someone explains the why behind something. It tells the speaker, "I am thinking with you." In the neighborhood. The complaint. Neighbor, "I'm sorry about the noise. We're fixing the roof before the storm hits tomorrow." The robot, "Okay. Sounds like you are annoyed. The connector, oh, that makes sense. Better to get it done now than deal with a leak later. With friends, the change of plans. Friend, I can't make it to dinner. My kid has a fever and I need to stay home. The robot, okay. Sounds very cold. The connector, that makes sense. Family comes first. Hope the little one feels better soon. Key 3. I see. This is for when you discover new information or understand a complex situation. It's a very active listening response. At work, the strategy. Manager, we're pivoting to a digital-only strategy to save on costs this quarter. The robot, okay. The connector, I see. So we are focusing all our energy on the app now. Interesting. In the neighborhood, the new rule. Homeowners Association, the trash pickup will be moved to Mondays starting next week. The robot, okay. The connector, I see. Thanks for letting me know. I'll make a note of that. Key 4. All right, the smooth transition. This is the oil of the conversation. It's softer than okay and much more friendly for daily life. With friends, the logistics. Friend, I'll pick you up at 7, just wait for me downstairs. The robot, okay. The connector, all right, I'll be ready and waiting. Online meeting, the wrap-up. Facilitator, I think that covers everything for today's sync. The robot, okay. The connector, all right, thanks everyone. Have a great afternoon. Kenny, did you notice a pattern in all these American English examples?
Yes, you never just say the phrase. You always add a tiny sentence afterward.
Exactly. That is the EduWorld +1 rule. A native speaker almost never says, got it, and then stays silent. They say, got it, plus a small detail. Got it, I'll update the file. That makes sense. The weather is crazy. All right, see you then.
It's that extra 20% of effort that makes you sound 100% more human. When I just say okay, I'm basically ending the connection. But when I use the +1 rule, I'm keeping the bridge open.
Precisely. You are no longer a student trying to be correct. You are a person trying to be present.
I can feel the difference already. My boss, my neighbors, even the cashier at the store. They're going to see a whole new Kenny tomorrow.
That's the spirit. But what happens when someone isn't just giving you information, but they're asking for your help or suggesting a plan? That requires a whole different set of tools. Oh, Kenny, let's level up. Information is one thing, but what happens when someone invites you to do something, or when a colleague asks for a favor? This is where your personality either shines or fades away.
I've felt that fade, Anna. When my American friends ask, "Want to grab a burger?" and I just say, "Okay," it feels like I'm a wet blanket. I'm agreeing, but I'm not bringing any vibes to the table.
Exactly. In American culture, enthusiasm is the currency of friendship. If you use yes or okay for a fun suggestion, you sound like you are being forced to go. Let's unlock 4 high-energy keys to change that. Key 5, I'm down, the ultimate social yes. This is the cool kid of responses. Use this with friends or peers when you are 100% on board with a plan. With friends, night out. Friend, hey, we're thinking of hitting that new karaoke bar tonight. You in? The robot, yes. Sounds like you're going to sit in the corner and check your watch. The connector, I'm down. I've been dying to get out of the house. What time? Neighborhood, casual hangout. Neighbor, the weather is perfect. We're going to set up a fire pit in the backyard later. Stop by if you can. The robot, okay. The connector, oh, I'm down. I'll bring some marshmallows for the kids. Key 6, sounds like a plan. The momentum builder. Use this when a strategy or a timeline is suggested. It shows you are not just agreeing, you are endorsing the idea. At work, project management. Colleague, let's finish the data entry first, and then we can tackle the presentation slides together after lunch. The robot. Okay, sounds like you were just following orders. The connector. Sounds like a plan. I'll ping you as soon as I'm done with the data. Online meeting, scheduling. Manager, let's push this discussion to our Monday sync so we have more time to prep. The robot. Okay. The connector. Sounds like a plan. That gives me the weekend to polish the numbers. Key 7. You got it. The hero's response. This is my favorite favor response. It tells the person, consider it done. I've got your back. It builds massive trust. At work, helping the boss. Kenny, could you please double-check the figures in the Q3 report before the meeting? The robot. Yes. Sounds like a chore. The connector. You got it. I'll have that checked and on your desk in 20 minutes. Neighborhood, lending a hand. Hey, I'm struggling with this lawnmower. Do you think you could help me take a look at the engine? The robot. Okay. The connector. You got it. Let me grab my toolkit and I'll be right over. Key 8. I'm all ears. The signal of focus. When someone says, I have a story, or I have a secret, okay is a conversation killer. I'm all ears is an invitation. With friends, sharing news. Friend, you're not going to believe what happened at the wedding last night. The robot. Okay. Ouch, you just told them you don't care. The connector. Wait, really? I'm all ears. Don't leave out any details. Online meeting, innovation. Teammate, I've been brainstorming a way to cut our processing time by 30%. The robot. Yes. The connector. Oh, I'm all ears. We definitely need a breakthrough right now. Oh, Kenny, what's the secret sauce here?
It's the energy, Anna. I can feel the difference. When I say, I'm down or you got it, I'm not just a student repeating a phrase. I'm a friend. I'm a teammate.
Precisely. And remember the +1 rule. Don't just say, I'm down, add, I'm down, can't wait. Don't just say, you got it, add, you got it, no problem at all.
It's that extra 20% of effort that makes you sound 100% more human. These phrases aren't just words, they're bridges to the people around me.
You've got it, Kenny. We've talked about good news and information. But life isn't always sunshine. What do you say when a friend tells you they lost their job, or a neighbor says their dog is sick?
That's the hardest part, Anna. I'm so afraid of saying the wrong thing that I usually just whisper, okay, and look at the floor. It feels terrible.
I understand. We use okay as a shield because we are uncomfortable. But in the US, silence or a flat okay to bad news feels like a slap in the face. It says, I don't care about your pain. Let's unlock the final 4 keys to handle these gray moments with grace.
Key 9. I'm sorry to hear that. The empathy standard.
This is the most important phrase for any bad news, big or small. It immediately shows you are in the same boat with their feelings. Neighborhood, small bad news. Neighbor, I was going to plant my garden today, but my back is killing me. The robot, okay, sounds like not my problem. The connector, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You should definitely take it easy today. At work, professional setback. Colleague, the client rejected the first draft of the design. The robot, okay, sounds like you don't care about the hard work. The connector, I'm sorry to hear that. We put a lot of effort into it. What are our next steps?
Key 10. That's a bummer. Or what a bummer. The casual sympathy.
We use this for daily frustrations. It's less formal than I'm sorry, but still shows you understand their disappointment. With friends, Canceled plans. Friend. The concert got rained out, so they canceled the whole show. The robot. Okay. You sound like a robot with no emotions. The connector. Man, what a bummer. I know how much you were looking forward to that. Online meeting. Tech issues. Teammate. My internet cut out and I lost the last 10 minutes of the recording. The robot. Okay. The connector. That's a bummer. Don't worry, I can summarize the main points for you.
Key 11. I'd love to, but. The polite decline.
This is a lifesaver. How do you say no without being rude? You use a positive-negative sandwich. With friends, social pressure. Friend, do you want to go out for drinks after work tonight? The robot, no, or okay, and then not showing up. The connector, I'd love to, but I've got a huge deadline tomorrow. Maybe next time? At work, managing workload. Colleague, can you help me with this spreadsheet right now? The robot, no, I'm busy. The connector, I'd love to help, but I'm in the middle of a report. Can I check back with you in an hour?
Key 14. Fair enough. The respectful disagreement.
Use this when you don't necessarily agree with someone, or you don't like the news, but you respect their decision or the reality of the situation. At work, policy changes. Manager, we decided to go with the other vendor because their price was lower. The robot, okay, sounds like you're pouting. The connector, fair enough, they did have a very competitive bid. Neighborhood, boundary setting. Neighbor, I can't lend you my lawnmower today, I'm using it all afternoon. The robot, okay. The connector, fair enough, I'll see if I can rent one from the hardware store. Kenny, why is the +1 rule so vital here?
Because when someone is sad or saying no, they feel vulnerable. If I just say the phrase and stop, it feels empty. Adding that extra sentence shows I'm actually thinking about them.
Spot on. Don't just say, I'm sorry to hear that. Add, is there anything I can do? Don't just say, I'd love to, but add, let's take a rain check. Let's do it another time.
It's about making them feel heard. I realize now that okay was my way of escaping the conversation because I was scared. But these phrases are my way of staying in the conversation.
That is the bravest thing you can do in any language, Kenny.
I'm ready to leave the robot behind forever. My heart is finally speaking American English.
Kenny, we've learned how to handle emotions and favors, but there's one more robot trap we need to avoid. Sometimes you just need to tell someone, I get the point. I see the full picture.
Right. Usually when someone explains a complex plan, I just nod and say okay 100 times. I probably sound like a broken toy.
We don't want that. To sound like a high-value communicator, you need phrases that show mental clarity. Let's add these final 3 keys to your toolbox.
Key 13. I understand. The formal confirmation.
While got it is casual, I understand is your best friend in formal situations or when discussing serious rules. It shows respect and full comprehension. At work, HR or legal. HR manager. Please remember that all expenses must be submitted by the 25th of the month. The robot. Okay. The connector. I understand. I'll make sure my team follows that procedure.
Key 14. That's clear. The confidence signal.
Use this when someone asks, does that make sense? Or do you have any questions? It tells the speaker they did a good job explaining. Online meeting. Training. Instructor. So that is how you use the new software to track your hours. Is that clear to everyone? The robot. Yes. The connector. Thanks, that's very clear. The step-by-step guide really helped.
Key 15.
Gotcha. The quick connection.
This is the most casual and very American version of I understand. It's perfect for quick, friendly updates. Neighborhood, short updates. Neighbor, I'm just going to park my car on the street today because the movers are coming. The robot, okay. The connector, gotcha, no worries, I'll leave that space open for you. With friends, quick plans. Friend, hey, I'm running 5 minutes late, don't start the movie without me. The robot, okay. The connector, gotcha, we'll wait for you at the snack bar. Kenny, look at your toolbox now. Instead of just 2 cold words, yes and okay, you have 15 powerful ways to connect with people, at work, in your neighborhood, and with your friends.
It's incredible. I feel like I've moved from a black and white world into full color. Each phrase is like a different tool for a different job.
That is the beauty of American English. It's not about the words, it's about the relationship you build with those words. You aren't just saying things anymore, you are meaning them.
I'm ready to take these out into the real world. But Anna, why do I still feel that little voice in my head telling me to go back to okay because it's easier?
That voice is the ghost of your old habits, Kenny, and if you listen to it, there is a very high price to pay. Kenny, we have the tools now, but I need to be very honest with you. Knowing these phrases is not enough. If you don't start using them today, you are paying a price you might not even realize.
Price? You mean like losing money?
In a way, yes. You are losing social capital. Think about it. Every time you say okay when you could have said that makes sense, you are missing a chance to show your intelligence. Every time you say yes instead of I'm down, you are missing a chance to build a real friendship.
I never thought about it like that. I thought I was just being safe.
Safety is a trap, Kenny. In the real world, especially in American culture, people who only say okay are often overlooked. At work, your boss might think you lack initiative. In social circles, people might stop inviting you because they think you aren't interested. The cost of waiting is invisibility.
Invisibility. That's exactly how I felt. Like I'm in the room, but I'm not really there.
Exactly. If you wait until your English is perfect to stop saying okay, you will wait forever. And while you wait, doors are closing. Opportunities for promotion, for deep laughter with friends, for feeling like you truly belong in a new country, they are all slipping away.
I don't want to be invisible anymore, Anna. I don't want to look back in a year and realize I'm still the yes, okay guy.
Then you have to make a choice. The comfort of okay is actually a prison. It's time to break out. You don't need more grammar, you need more courage.
I'm tired of paying the cost. I'm ready to sign up for something better.
Good, because that's exactly what we are going to do right now. We aren't just learning, we are committing. Kenny, I want you to be very honest with me. Think about the last time you told someone a story, something you were excited about, and they just replied with a flat, short, okay. How did you feel?
Honestly, I felt ignored, like my story didn't matter. It made me want to stop talking immediately.
Exactly. Now, flip the script. When you answer others with just yes and okay, how do you think they feel? Do they think you are interested? No. Do they think you agree with them? They're not sure. Do they think you're excited? Absolutely not.
I always thought I was being safe, but I was actually being a conversation killer.
This is why your English feels invisible, Kenny. You are in the room, but your personality is trapped behind those 2 dry words. People don't connect with grammar. They connect with energy. If you keep waiting for your English to be perfect before you stop saying okay, you are paying the highest price. You are losing your voice in the world.
It's painful to hear, but it's true. I feel like I'm disappearing in my own conversations.
But here's the good news. You don't need to study for 3 to 5 hours a day or spend all weekend with a textbook to fix this. That's a mistake many learners make. They burn out. My advice? Focus on 10 minutes of conversational English every single day.
Just 10 minutes? Is that really enough?
It's more than enough if it's consistent. Spending 10 minutes a day practicing these 15 keys is better than spending 5 hours once a week studying grammar rules. Why? Because conversational English is a muscle. You need to train your brain to pick got it or I'm down as a reflex. If you do it for 10 minutes every day, by next month, you won't even have to think about it.
10 minutes sounds doable. It's like a daily workout for my confidence.
Exactly. Stop trying to study English. Start living it for 10 minutes a day. Don't let your personality stay invisible for another year. Break the cycle today.
I'm done with being invisible, Anna. I'm ready to sign the deal.
Kenny, we've identified the cost of being invisible. Now, let's sign the contract to change your life. I'm not talking about a legal document. I'm talking about a 30-day breakthrough challenge.
30 days. That's exactly the time it takes to build a new habit. I'm ready, Anna. What's the first step of this contract?
Step 1, the 10-minute daily reflex. For the next 30 days, you are going to banish yes and okay from your vocabulary for at least 10 minutes every day. Whether you are at the office, on a Zoom call, or just texting a friend, you must use one of the 15 keys we unlocked in the Mastery Vault.
Only 10 minutes? I could definitely do that. But what if I forget and slip back into my robot mode?
That's where the community comes in. You are not doing this alone. This is the secret of English with EduWorld. Look at the thousands of people watching this right now. They are all in the same boat.
So we're all signing this contract together?
Exactly. And here's your first official act of commitment. If you are ready to stop being invisible, if you are ready to trade okay for connection, I want you to do 2 things right now. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Why? Because for the next 30 days, we are going to be your accountability partners. We will keep showing up in your feed to remind you, don't be a robot, be a person. Comment below with the words, I signed the contract. When you type it, you aren't just commenting on a video, you are making a promise to yourself.
I'm doing it right now, Anna. I'm hitting subscribe. I want to be part of a family that values connection over perfection.
Welcome to the EduWorld family, Kenny. And to everyone else, by subscribing, you're telling the YouTube algorithm that you want more growth, more confidence, and more real English in your life. Don't let this be just another video you watch and forget. Make this the day everything changed.
I feel the energy already. 30 days of got it, I'm down, and that makes sense. I could see my future self smiling.
Your future self is waiting, but he's only going to show up if you do the work. 10 minutes a day, 30 days. No excuses.
I'm in. Let's finish this with something even deeper.
Kenny, before we go, I want to leave you and our viewers with a final thought. Think about a river. Why is the water in a river so fresh and full of life?
Because it's always moving, right? It never stays in one place.
Exactly. A river is a connection. It flows from the mountains to the sea, touching everything along its path. But a pond stays still. It becomes stagnant. It becomes silent.
And yes and okay are like the stagnant water of a pond. They don't go anywhere.
Precisely. When you choose to use the 15 keys we learned today, you are choosing to be a river. You are letting your thoughts, your emotions, and your energy flow into the world. You are connecting. It doesn't have to be a flood. It just needs to be a steady stream. 10 minutes of practice every day is all it takes to keep your river flowing.
10 minutes to stay fresh. 10 minutes to stay human. I promise, Anna, I won't let my English become a stagnant pond ever again.
I believe in you, Kenny, and I believe in everyone watching. Remember, English is not a wall to hide behind. It is a bridge to walk across. Go out there today, find one person and give them an emotional signal. Tell them, that makes sense, or I'm down, and watch the magic happen.
Thank you, Anna. This has been a life-changing journey. To all our friends out there, thank you for being part of the English with EduWorld family.
We can't wait to hear about your 30-day breakthrough in the comments below. Stay consistent, stay brave, and most importantly, stay connected. We will see you in our next conversation. Don't forget to download the PDF summary of today's 15 keys in the description below. Bye-bye.
See you next time. Bye-bye.